Alrighty, hey everyone, welcome to another Will to Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Will to Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company to create high quality, exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. Tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features Vecna, Eve of Ruin, a high-stakes adventure where ancient secrets, dark ambitions, and forbidden magic collide. As the Whispered One's shadow spreads, heroes must face unimaginable horrors and or watch the world fall to ruin. And with that, we do have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor here at the table. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat, or hop over to our Discord, where you can find out more information. Speaking of our awesome players, that does mean it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, who brings all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous and daring heroes, as they've got some exciting new developments that they'll be sharing with us in this session. And we'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Vass. Vass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who finds himself at home in Neverwinter, but for how long? Who knows? Quick fun fact about Vass is linked to, I guess, what we're going to talk about later in the episode, where we got Bastion. Vass calls his the Bastion, and he's got big plans for a tavern that is in the basement called Rock Bottom. So stay tuned for more on that.
Alright, next up for our introductions, let's learn about Hugh.
I am Stefan. I'm playing Hugh Devere, a flashy, flamboyant, ambiguously French fencer and forger of a flaming sword. Today's fact about Hugh is that he's building a greenhouse and indulging his green fun to all the better to poison people with.
Alright, amazing. And next up, let's learn about Romulus.
Hello, I am Ronald. I am playing Romulus. The card game obsessed paladin sorcerer, who's gonna be running a shop, or having other people run it for him as he goes out and adventures.
Alright, heck yeah. Alright. I saw what you put there in chat, that's funny. So, like I said, we've got some interesting development for our heroes, but before we can delve into that, a quick reminder of the connection that each of you carry from that ruined ritual that sent you all into Evernight. A link to Vecna. You have this connection whenever you think about him. It manifests in ways that I will have each of you, describe once more. Of course, these are your choices, whether it is a particular smell or a certain feeling. But Vass, what is the presentation of your link to Vecna?
trying to remember what I said previously. But I think like all of the hairs on the back of Vass's neck stand on end, and he experiences this very intense chill that just goes down his spine.
All right. Hugh, what about your link to Vecna? How does it present itself?
When Hugh is stretching out his magical senses and he's noticing little black specks going through his vision, and if you look closely, you can see them going across the folds of his eyes.
All right. And then Romulus, how does your link present itself?
Romulus is used to occasionally when he has to guide souls. He usually envisions or it sort of mentally transported to the field of reeds. But and he has the familiar smell of paradise. But when thoughts of Vecna come, the field smells rotten, and he kind of snaps back into reality.
So, as we go forward into describing what your characters have been up to in the time since returning to Neverwinter, do keep in mind that you have experienced those sensations of your link to Vecna a few times in the space between. But with that little bit of housekeeping out of the way, we have some more exciting things to talk about. It's been a little over 2 months since your return to the city of Neverwinter, and you've been busy, the three of you, or at least the builders of your under your employ have. So, why don't we get some tours and introductions to your new bastions? And if there are any figures who'd like to volunteer first, you're welcome to the floor. If no one volunteers, I will roll a die.
Okay. Okay. Hugh's Bastion opens up to it's 3 stories. The entrance way in the first story is a grand trophy room of things from his previous adventures. He's been collecting and placed on the wall and meticulously labeled. That leads him into the common area where he's parlor room, where he does living quarters, and he has a bedroom. Then behind there is his smithy, where he's been working on new arms and armor. That's the first floor. Up from the parlor, going to a training area that takes up the entire second floor, and above that, capped by a glass panes on all across the top of the roof, is a fairly magnificent greenhouse with all kinds of exotic plants growing in it.
Amazing. Very exciting.
I would like to go last.
All right.
Hey, I guess that means it's my turn. So the Bastion is uh 4 floors, uh, one of which is below grade. So the underground basement kind of portion is it opens up into it's mechanic wise it's a theater, but basically what this is going to eventually turn into is a tavern called Rock Bottom. So right now there's a performing area and some open spaces for like people if they wanted to dance or sit at some tables, and then eventually we're going to tack on a pub, but that hasn't come yet, so it's just a place for him to do his performances. On the main floor there is a training area with a battle expert present. Um, the second floor above grade is a trophy room with all of similar to Hughes, with all of the things from his previous adventures kind of on display. And additionally, on that floor, the other half of it is a library, um, filled walls, all the walls full of books. And then the fourth floor is accessed only by Vass. It has a secret staircase leading up to it from the trophy room. And that's where Vass's living quarters is. So he's got a bedroom, he's got some storage area for all his various musical instruments, and a small, tiny kitchenette. Vass is not a chef. Vass doesn't need a big kitchen. And there's also a little dumbwaiter that's been installed from rock bottom up to his living space so that he can eventually order food and drinks and have it delivered directly to his room. But that's going to come later, but he's looking forward to that.
All right, amazing. Great idea for the futures.
Okay, that's from us.
Oh no,
So Romulus.
your mic.
Can you hear me?
It's all robotic-y.
Yeah.
It's tech gremlins always messing up our campaign.
All right.
There
That's
you
what I was
are.
saying now.
Perfect.
All right. So, Romulus's abode is the bottom half is sort of his gambling house slash storehouse. So they sell goods. One of his primarily uh, trades is the sword and sorcery game that he loves. But they sell other goods and other games as well. And the gambling hall does promote how to play and small tournaments for sword and sorcery, and also just a place for them for those who like it to come trade. But there is regular games like blackjack and sculling dice. But that's the gambling hall is the front half. When you first enter, there's a restroom for patrons. Then in the far back, after wrapping around a corner, there's this private training hall, and also sharing the back is the small storehouse with a nice little storage for the goods. And there's a staircase that goes upstairs. Um, flanking the staircase is Romulus's bedroom, and across from that is a large area for a teleportation circle to get back to his place. And then right next to the teleportation circle is another room for our ghost companion, um, Numi. Um, Even if she didn't want one, she has her own room that's designed to look like I would have the builders make a lot of the furniture elven, moon elf inspired furniture, so she could feel at home. And then there's a kitchen slash living space, and then there is, of course, a storage room that Romulus had converted to from all the small cramped spaces into a storage unit for all his collection of cards and other games of his personal collection.
Well, I can tell you that Eldon's definitely spent some time in your bastion in the time since returning. But yeah, so as you all have these new places of your own, gifted to you for your service to the city of Neverwinter and the Lord Neverember, um, things have been going well for you. No terrible cult activity ruining your progress. However, this day very quickly changes. What seemed like a normal day is interrupted with a flash of multicolored light. The world around each of you winks out of existence. There is nothingness that envelops your senses, though you feel the thrum of magic rushing like some electric spark through your veins. And when you regain your focus, you are in a very plush, candlelit parlor. You see a stately woman in blue robes leaning towards you. Her brow is furrowed in confusion and concern, and in the blurry background, you see standing a frowning woman in flowing black dress, and a man tugging in confusion at his high crimson collar.
Do any of them look familiar?
Uh, Roll for me a history check here, Romulus. And as that's happening, you would hear the frowning woman sort of sneer. Ugh, you can't be the answer to our wish. To which the woman in blue, uh, shush, and will look at you all. Why don't we go to the lounge and talk more about this? Uh, yeah, 17, Romulus. These figures do look familiar to you, from your sword and sorcery cards. The woman in the back is, who you're pretty sure is Tasha. The man, Mordenkainen. And the woman in blue, you believe, is one of the seven daughters of Mistra, though you're unsure perhaps which one as you're trying to remember them, but you're very positive on the other two.
Um, though she is not pleased with our presence, he does scan the room, is very excited to see Mordenkainen, confused on the sister, the Silverhand sister, but is even more excited when he sees that Tasha is in the room.
So
Um, but yeah.
I'm just figuring out which area you're at.
hmm He's also like he's like kind of like glazed over and like tugging at that Vass or whoever is close to him. He's just like tugging like it's Tasha. It's Tasha.
Alrighty.
I've been talking, but I was on mute.
Oh no!
Um, Vast, who's much cooler than I am and doesn't mute himself accidentally, is going to play it cool and he's going to put a sly grin on his face. And in response, he's going to be like, I've been the answer to many people's wishes.
You, on the other hand, adopts a gentlemanly sang Freud about the whole affair and just introduces himself well manneredly. Has no idea who any of these people are.
Alright, no worries. As you are brought up to uh, the lounge from the workshop below where you had arrived, the the woman in blue will introduce herself. Um, well, we do have perhaps some answers to questions you may not even know that you have. I am Illustrial Silverhand. These are my associates, compatriots, Mordenkainen and Tasha. But what I don't understand is why you're here.
Um, can you explain what you were doing before we got here? Because I was making breakfast at home.
We were, the three of us, working on a very powerful spell. A wish. It was in regards to a very poor actor. And then Illustrial will think for a moment as she looks over at the three of you. You wouldn't happen to have connections to a figure known as Vecna?
Not not on purpose, no. But a few months back, we dealt with a cult. We ended up in Never Death for a hot second, and then by the time we got back, the cult disappeared. But I have been feeling strange uneasiness when the name comes to mind. And I look to my compatriots.
Honestly, to Hugh, that one adventure did not stand out to him, so he's just trying to puzzled to get his recollection of months ago.
Vast suppresses or tries not to make it exceedingly obvious that there's like the chill of death running down his spine at the mention of Vecna.
As you mention your connections, the figure of Illustrial nods, seeming to come to some sort of understanding. And that might be it. Our wish may not have been able to fulfill parameters, the magic that works through it. But your fates may be intertwined with Vecna's, and so it instead pulled you here. Brought you here to Sigil.
Oh. I haven't been here in a while.
Since you're here, and since you are, it seems, by the weave tied into all of this, perhaps I should get you caught up to speed. There is this pulse, this wave of sinister arcana that moves throughout the multiverse. I felt it, and I have been tracing its essence. And I have found that the source is Vecna, and it is spanning across multiple realms. But what is concerning is that Vecna and his various cults are using stolen secrets. They're siphoning these incredible amounts of power from all sorts of individuals. And concerning even still is that I can no longer detect these activities. I don't know what the plans are from Vecna and his cultists. But I believe that Vecna is amassing this power to unleash it for some heinous purpose, one that could throw the entire multiverse into peril, maybe even unravel it.
My knowledge of Vecna is a little lacking. Is he some type of demigod or god?
He is a figure that has rose to godhood. Once a man, then a lich, and now a god. Not as, perhaps, well known. He does deal in secrets.
I mean, for an unknown guy, that's quite the resume. Um, and you think we're the key to slowing him down, stopping him?
Tasha interjects here. I don't think you're the key to anything.
Ouch.
And then there's a look from Illustrial over her shoulder, and
Never meet your hero.
I would say that at this point, you've been talking and looking at these figures long enough that you might be able to notice something. Let me do a little DM snooping here. Vecna. so Hugh is going to know something. Romulus is going to know something. And Vass is going to know 2 things. So, Vass, what you're able to immediately see is that all 3 of the wizards that are gathered here are looking very fatigued, exhausted almost. And then the 3 of you recall that Illustriel mentioned that they conducted the wish spell, and that takes tremendous arcane energy. And if these 3 very powerful wizards were attempting something to take down this god before his plan could be enacted, they might have even expended more than what is typically utilized.
Um,
I don't know. I'm drawing straws, Austriel will say, as a response to you, Romulus. You were brought here by the Weave for some reason, and perhaps I think it is just because you are connected to the subject of our wish. And at this point, at least where we currently are, we're not in the condition to stop him.
It clearly cost you a great deal to get us here. Surely we can give some assistance in what you're trying to do.
Actually, I think you might be able to. Comes from the figure Mordenkainen as he strokes the small amount of facial hair he has. I have an alternative plan. It requires us, for a demonstration, returning back to the workshop. And I believe at least it's back to the workshop. Let me double check. Yes. So he'll wave you all to follow. Illustriel is very confused, but she'll follow along as well. Tasha seems aloof and just waits to hear what is happening as she takes the trailing end. As Mordenkainen leads you to the workshop, he strides over to a cabinet that seems to be full of magic items, and he picks up a silver chime. And as he displays it, I worried, perhaps, that our wish wouldn't stop one as powerful as Vecna. Lustriel, please forgive me, but I did plan for a contingency. Vecna is too powerful to stop directly at this point. But no power is absolute. I suspect Vecna will be vulnerable when he weaves his ritual. If you confront and weaken him, this chime of exile can banish him to Earth. He would no longer be able to affect multiple realms at once. his plan to remake the multiverse would fail. And then you would notice that Mordenkainen's eyes gleam with this excitement, this knowledge. And there is an artifact that, as I believe, the only way to weaken Vecna so that the chime can be used against him. It's called the Rod of Seven Parts. Unfortunately, its component pieces are scattered across existence. While my esteemed colleagues researched the magic needed to cast a wish spell powerful enough to stop Vecna, I looked into finding the rod's pieces should we need them. The first piece is in the Underdark. It's somewhere inside a hidden safe house for worshippers of the demon god Lolth. Web's Edge, it's called. Find that first piece of the rod, my friends. The portal on the dais will take you to it. Once you locate the first piece, the magic inherent in the artifact will point you to the second piece, then to the third, and so on. This sanctum portal reacts to powerful magic such as within this artifact. As you find each piece, this portal will lead to the next. No need for another key. The most recent piece of the rod will suffice. I figure that there is no time to waste. Once you've reassembled the rod, we can all confront Vecna to stop his heinous plan. You'll be the heroes of the multiverse. I'm sure you like the sound of that.
Well, one, Romulus is confused. Wait, so Vecna is trying to reshape the multiverse?
It seems like it. That's what they believe. Or at least he's trying to tear down the multiverse as it still stands.
Okay. I mean, if he's just taking secrets, but I guess he could also be taking powers. If I remember correctly, the people that were kidnapped, didn't they lose their magic?
Yeah. And Alustriel said that through the secrets they were gaining power.
We would have. Could we have checked on those people that were kidnapped, like during those
Yes.
2 months, if they ever got their powers back?
They would have, eventually, yes.
Okay. Hmm. Um. Well, I am all for saving the multiverse. Uh, do we have all of our gear, or
Um, I
because, like I
would...
said, my character was like making breakfast, so I don't know if he's even in his armor right now.
I would say that, the, uh... that you'll be able to use the dice to go back to grab your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, would I've actually been able to commission that flame tongue sword, or
Uh, let me double check here real quick.
I would have taken my new bard companion to help smooth over and maybe get a discount with his silvery tongue if he's willing to help a brother out.
Oh yeah, I'll for sure help out.
I will say that the price for it, let me double check.
It would have been a flame tongue scimitar
Yeah,
that I was looking to get.
Do-do-do. I would say that the price would still be around um the 4,000 gold pieces, but I will say above table, if you did not want to spend that much money, there are other ways that we can have you acquire that relatively soon.
Mm-hmm. Mm, well, I don't have the four. I don't have the 4 grand, especially after spending on the renovations. I'll just hold off, and we
Yep.
can discuss other things.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty. So,
I'll
uh,
just.
if you are, uh, if you are agreeing to assisting in the assistance here, the Lady Illustrial will um, bring you down, or not even down, I think it's off to the side, now that you're in the workshop. Yes, so from the workshop into the main area, there is the there is the dais at the center of the gardens here. And uh, she explains that this is a special portal. Um, it is uh, different than the magic of Sigil itself, which typically does not uh, follow the same sort of teleportations, as it is the only way to get in is teleportating in and or it doesn't really work. You can't teleport in. You have to be allowed in, or through specialized portals. But this one is different, and Illustrial does not know why, just that it is. And for that, she keeps the information of it very secret. Um, but she explains to you that it responds to uh, power, especially those that are contained within magical items and artifacts, and to assist in making sure that you actually can get across, as you were pulled out quite suddenly. She will allow you each a item from her curious cabinet. Um, so you can get a rare or lesser magic item from her cabinet, including a scimitar or a flame tongue.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely take that sword off her hands.
And for you invest, you don't have to settle on one just specifically right away, you would have the one so that way you can use the portal to and fro. And give you time to actually decide and think about what you want. Um, but with that, she would also explain that there will be a. When you use this portal to step through, it will leave a temporary portal opening wherever you arrive to return to this space. That portal will be invisible, so you will have to either have some way of detecting magic or very good memory of where you arrive. Uh, but you are able to return to your home city, at least for the time being, your home city, uh, to retrieve any sort of gear you think would be necessary for your adventure throughout the multiverse, it seems, as well as to alert those that are overseeing your bastion any sort of directives that you might expect for them to oversee as you are away.
Hmm. Actually, let me see if there's any empowering thing that I can do before I leave. I think I can get a bonus from the training room. Oh, never mind. I would have to conduct training for the next 7 days. Never mind.
Unfortunately, you do not have 7 days.
Um, cool. But yeah, no, I will collect my gear. I'll tell Numi. She either. Oh no, she's not. She's not into like action, so I won't tell her she can go.
Yeah, and she will just, oh, I'll just clean up everything like I normally do. It's fine.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my stuff.
It's easy enough to grab your adventuring gear and to return to the sanctum. Uh, and are there any final questions of the Wizards 3 before you set out?
I was gonna ask for an autograph on some of my cards, but I don't think it's the right time or place.
Yeah, Tasha might need a nap before she's willing for any autographs. Alright. Then, with no time to waste, you are able to set out to the Underdark through the use of Illustriel's portal. Come on, Science-Escape. There we go. You step through the portal and you emerge in the Underdark. You're back on Faerun, but definitely not where you had left from. You know through Mordenkainen that the first rod piece is hidden in Webb's Edge, a safe house for the agents of the demon god Lolth. Where you arrive is a fissure in one wall of a very claustrophobic and seemingly abandoned corridor. The fissure is somewhat door-shaped here, and you see no light source. So if you do not have dark vision, you will need it. But you do feel that the portal back to Sigil is still behind you, though it is, again, invisible to your eye.
Okay. Is there a map for us, or is this just...
Nope. This is you trying to find out where it is.
Cool. And
Oh,
we're just some random spot in the Underdark, right?
that's where you appear.
Cool. Using my extensive knowledge of nothing, I'm going to look to my party.
Oh,
Any,
do
any of
either
you
of
guys?
you guys speak Underdark or Undercommon?
Undercommon.
That's the language they speak in the Underdark.
Underdark.
Well, did
Well,
he say what is the Underdark?
Yes, he's from
Oh, right. Oh, that's
that's
right. You're from Kryn.
yeah. This is the first time Hugh is hearing anything of like Underdark and Undercommon and things like that.
Later on, it's gonna
Right.
be like there is a whole thing underground, and you don't find that incredibly weird.
Well,
So,
no.
uh, as you arrive in the Underdark, before you can do too much exploring, however, we do have our first ad break coming up here. So we'll come back, hopefully with some sort of plan of action. Not required though. But while we're away, I do ask that you let the ads run. They do help us here at Little Witch RP. But another great way of supporting us is donations to my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen in our chat room. These donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting us not just through, of course, keeping our games affordable, but they also unlock awesome perks for everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, and even new quests. So check us out on our Discord for a full list of unlockables. Stick around with us, and we'll see you guys very soon. Alrighty, we are back in action, and as we are returning, you are in the Underdark. You have been sent here to try and find this web's edge, as it will hold the first part of the Rod of Seven Pieces that you've been sent out to find.
Okay. I guess we start heading forward.
There isn't like a sign that says Web's Edge this way. Although I guess if there was, we probably wouldn't be able to read it. So
You don't see one currently, but I mean, who knows? Maybe it's hidden in some sort of fashion.
Do you want to do a marching order?
well, Hugh, can you see currently? Do you need a light source?
Well, whenever I need light, I can just, ignite my weapon.
Okay.
How dark is it for you right now? Like, is it like pitch black?
I would say yeah. Like there is no light here at all.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, Hugh,
Just a second. I cast daylight.
Okay.
Oh God.
oh no.
Oh, I don't have dark
Wow.
vision anymore.
Well, if we run into anything, they're gonna be peed off with that bright of a light.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
The denizens might not like that.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point.
Well, we also have to, I don't know, potentially negotiate with people, but
From a
I
position of
would.
strength.
Well, you've already done it. It was not likely
Yep,
I
that's
can
the
stop
thing
you.
that happened.
we
Yep,
have to live.
thing that
We have
happened.
to Uh, guess we'll deal with the consequences when it happens. Um, but I
I
will
cast
go ahead.
darkness.
Which immediately dissipates
I
because I
know.
think.
It makes the spell. Well, no, I cast it at level 4. No, I'm just kidding.
Um. Yeah. So Romulus will bring down the helm on his head, draw both swords just to be on the ready. Um. And for our viewers, I did not go with the Flame Tongue Scimitar again. I went with the Vicious Scimitar because I have too many attunement slots being used, um, just for continuity reasons. All right. I will let uh the Beacon of Gondor stay in the back, and I will take the lead if you want to be in the middle for any range and stuff. Vast.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I have dark vision, so I want to stay in front of that light so it's not messing with my vision.
Yeah. All right. That is the marching order, God, as we head forward.
Okay. And how exactly are you attempting to find this web's edge as you move forward through the Underdark? Are you attempting to look for tracks of any nearby creatures passing through? Are you attempting to uh, use investigative skills? What? I mean, you could even use magic if you think you've got something that'll help you there. What are you doing?
Uh, I would be either keeping an eye out for any denizens of the Underdark, but I guess I would look see if there's any tracks. I don't think I have any utility spells that are that useful. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any spells that will help in this situation. Thankfully, we've got a ranger with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does that mean we have to let him go in the front? Um,
I think you have me in front just because I can, absorb anything damage wise. Is the session supposed to still be paused?
Yes, the session is paused. Don't.
Okay.
It'll unpause once you find where you're looking for.
well, I tried to use survival. Didn't work out for me.
Anyone else would like
Um,
to roll a skill or ability they think would work here?
I could give survival a chance. Or perception. Could I perceive which direction I think we should go in?
I'm gonna say survival, honestly, for this one.
What
Oh,
did
well, if you.
27 do?
Yeah, that's far better than what I got.
All right. With a 27 hue, you would notice something very interesting here. And it is a set of footsteps, very softly made. They don't seem to have been kept here to linger or anything like that. But they bring you to what looks to be a invisible entrance, because what you see here is just a wall, but the footsteps continue into it as if nothing's there.
sorry, you said there's a wall, but the footsteps end at the wall.
Yes, that's what he was able to see, is that these footsteps, these tracks, barely visible even to him, lead to just a wall, but seem to travel through it as if there's something there.
Can I try touching the wall where the footprints end?
Yeah, and it's strange. It doesn't feel like stone, instead, it feels like iron.
Uh, Investigation is not my best, but I can try and do one to study the Pole's door. 21, natural 20 for a total of 21.
Uh, it's. As you perceive closer, it does not seem to be any sort of illusion of a rock, leading you to think that the door is invisible, and what you see beyond it is, of course, the rock face. However, I would say with the 21, Romulus, you would notice above the area you kind of felt the door to be in, there are these tiny symbols that are carved into the rock, um, with what looks to be characters of some language, carved into them.
I'm assuming it's undercommon.
Yeah, it'd be undercommon.
Oof. Probably should have asked her for some type of translator.
Man, it's almost like you could have gotten a magic item that
Any
does
type of.
that.
Yeah. Well, listen. You have two battle junkies and a rock star in a party. All right. I chose what I chose. Um.
Hey, this rock star speaks a lot of languages. Just undercommon is not one of them.
Like, who wants to ever come here to the Underdark? Um. How solid does this door seem?
Seems to be made of iron, so I'd say pretty solid.
Is it rusted? Can I get leverage on it? Starting to wish I got an antimantium weapon.
I mean, it seems locked because you can't open it.
Is it can thieves' tools help?
Thieves' tools might be able to help here.
Okay.
Can I give that a try?
I will say yes, you can give it a try. Um, I will say that I'm gonna say that because it is invisible and you do not have a see invisibility thing going on here, that I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this roll.
Okay. So is this a dex check with proficiency, or is this sleight
Sleight
of
of hand.
hand?
Sleight of hand.
Okay. Trying to see. I do not have any heroic inspiration, so we'll just see what happens. It's not gonna work. That's a 10.
Yeah, this lock, you are struggling. It's hard, not being able to see what you're working with.
Well,
Just like squinting
that's
his
it.
eyes, blaming the bright light. I can't see what I'm
Like
doing.
All right, so
Would an Arcana roll help in any way?
um, it might discern you some information.
I'll give it a go. Oh, that's a 7.
Yeah, you're there's magic at work here. You know that much.
Yep.
Magic.
Vast says open, damn it, in Infernal. Well, not expecting it to work, but doing it anyway.
It echoes off the area around you.
Ah, the mortal enemy of all D&D players. A door.
I could
Um,
try and thunder wave it.
we already have the sun following us. I don't think we need to bring any more attention to ourselves.
We've reached the end of the list of my ideas and ways I think I might be able to be helpful, unless I can try persuading the door to open.
I mean, if you want to try again with your lock picking, I'll let you try again.
I'll try again. Oh, I rolled double 17s, so that's a 22.
22. It's for a while difficult. Again, you are working blind here. But with a 22, you will be able to unlock the invisible door.
Oh, thank God. Can we open the drawer jar just to get a sense of what we're working with? Peek in.
Hmm. You would notice that inside, much like the rest of the Underdark, there is no light source that you can see. Um, the walls are rocky and uneven, jagged. And where you are looking down this corridor, you would notice what looks to be a broken wagon just from the sort of peeking in that you see. And if you give me a moment, I can get you a map present.
A map. A map. A map. A map. A map.
While you're doing that, can Vass roll a religion check to see if he knows who Lulth is? And it was mentioned back with the wizards.
Yeah, I'd say that can be done.
This is gonna affect how I role play, so I need to know if he knows what I know. It's a 22.
Alright, then yeah, I'd say that Vass can have some knowledge here. And we only saw.
That's why it took Vass 2 tries. Vass is not comfortable right now. Vass does not want to be here.
Yeah, we'll give
That's why it
just
took him 2 attempts.
because you only
No.
have a little bit of sight into that area. So
I will also roll the religion, though it's not my best suit.
yeah, go for it.
13. I
You
mean,
know that Lolth is a deity of some sort. Um, you know that it's a deity of that she's a deity of the Underdark somehow, but that you don't know have the more
I don't
specifics.
know her. Yeah, I don't know her history.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for um, our lovely Vass, you do have some more information here. about Wolf with a 22. Uh, you would know, of course, the. Uh, that she is a uh, goddess of spiders, primarily. Um, Goddess of Lothsorn Drow, who are not the most friendly of figures. Uh, and yeah, so you'd have the basic information about Wolf. And let me see if I can get you. There we go. She is known as the demon god of deceit, shadows, and spiders. And you know that worshippers of the Spider Queen believe she can see through the eyes of all spiders and insist that she is all knowing. She is a cruel god, loves chaos, uh, and hurting innocent, especially those opposing her ideals. Um, and she delights in the suffering of others. And if that pain benefits her, all the better.
Great. Also, guys, just helpful hint. I was just reading my character sheet, as one does, and we all have the ability to cast the invisibility once a long rest, which would have come in handy with the invisible door.
It would have.
Uh, so just a friendly reminder. Um, and then I swear I had this on my character sheet, but I must not have brought it over from my other one, Faye. But do I still have that? I think it was some kind of like a, I don't know if it was like a salve or like a poultice or something that I had. I think lavender. No, it was not lavender. It was what's her name?
Wyan?
Try and make the spider be gone. Her that I had, I think in maybe like a little pouch or something.
Yeah, I'd say you'd still have those.
Would they still be good? If so, like Vass is like making sure the pouch is like untucked from his shirt and prominent so that maybe the scent will be noticed by any spiders they find out here. He's not himself right now.
All right. So,
I can fill the other two in on what I knew about Wolf, though. I'll just pass that along so the other two know what we could be dealing with.
Hmm. So we don't want her followers finding us.
Preferably not.
Uh, does her followers only have, are they only a particular group of individuals, or does she have followers of other walks of life?
Would I know that?
um, you would know that her followers are primarily drow, but that doesn't
Oh,
stop her from, you know, enticing other figures or drow
yeah,
defecting.
yeah. Primarily
Okay.
drow.
Well, I don't know if we can convince anyone with the sun behind us right now that we're all on their side. We can either go in there, look for the part of the piece that we need. I don't. I mean, judging from what you say about her followers and what the goddess is all about, I'm pretty sure pretty much anyone down here deserves to meet our blade. But do we want to have a slugfest before we walk? Like before we walk and do this, are we trying to sneak our way in, grab and get out? If we see something else that we can use, also take it. Or are we going in there prepared to fight?
I tend to err on the side of stealth. I could scout ahead and keep you guys out here on the other side of the door and just try and get a better sense of what's in there.
I'm alright with that. As long as you don't go too far.
Okay.
I won't.
I cast pass without. Well, no, I can't cast it on you. It has to be on me. I should double check how that spells work.
I think it'd be hard for the shadows to wrap around us with that giant beacon.
I could put I put it on my sword so I can just put it in my sheath for a while
Huh.
and then bring it back out.
Well, I mean, if you can do pass without a trace, then I think that'll benefit us all. Cause I mean, I don't have the best stealth. I have like a +2 with stealth.
Okay, I'll do pass without trace, and I'll do long strider on myself. Oh, my speed got even more ridiculous.
Is Long Strider concentration?
Yep.
Okay.
Neither is daylight.
Yeah, I was just, because I knew pass is, if I remember correctly, so. And then.
The hell?
You can stealth ahead of us, and we'll, a little bit of ways, and sorry, Hugh, you can, hold on to my cloak if you need someone to follow.
Sure. I
I could go a little bit ahead. I think I can go 30 feet maximum ahead.
Yep.
Still benefit from the spell.
And don't worry, I'll be rolling 23 for stealth behind you, so I still.
I got a 20.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Becky.
Good thing that you've got pass, right?
Yeah, so that's a total of that's still 22.
22 on a natural one's not bad. But yeah, Vast for sure feels like he felt a spider like web across his face or something and like let out a little manly squeal.
Alrighty, so as you guys are moving through, I've got my handy dandy map sort of uncovered here. At least enough. Vass, you are taking a lead. Let's pop you in. With you and Romulus behind you. And this room will open up for you as you see the space. Again, there is that sort of moldy, uh, broken wagon and barrels in this space. That's way too big for my needs. There we go. And from just entering in, this is what you're able to sort of spot. There are, of course, paths around you that you're um, able to sneak forward, and you would notice off to the north what looks to be bodies, humanoid bodies.
Oh.
And you would notice their armor is bent and rusted, as well as their swords. They're strewn about, and you know, there are these doors to the that were seen directly in front of you. They were rusted shut, but you would also spot a path down here, also leading to a set of doors from where you move in. So, as Vass, you stealth a little bit forward, do you want to explore anywhere else? Do you want to go further northward? Further south?
I guess I'll motion to the other two to come meet me where I am. Um, and
Oops.
then I will uh I'll say I kind of want to see what to the north before we start checking any of these doors.
I agree. Let's do that. Can
Okay,
we
so
officially tell that there's no one in this room?
You don't see anyone now.
Okay. Yeah, let's go up. Quietly go up north.
Alright.
I'll hope that Hugh is following along to be within 30 feet.
Yeah, he's holding on to my cloak to know where he's going.
So you see another set of doors here to the north, but you'd also see the rest of the bodies. There's 5 in total of these humanoid remains. And you'd also notice a sort of gleam to the ones that are propped against the wall. Um,
Yeah, I've noticed that there's a couple of squares that have dashed lines around them. Can I see anything odd about those?
yeah, I'd say if you would like to roll for me a um, investigation check.
And
I mean, you see that over near those bodies, there are rupees.
can we tell how these uh, these poor souls died.
Unfortunately, no, they are skeletal at this point. But
Okay.
their armor is rusted and bent. They've likely been dead for a very long time.
Okay. Can I detect any traps by this door? I noticed someone died up against the door, so that doesn't tell me anything good.
Yeah. I'll say roll for me a investigation.
16.
16. The door does not seem to be trapped. You would, with a 16, realize that it's locked, but doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay.
Perhaps the lock is, of course,
Well,
the fact that it's rusted shut, but
yeah. Well, guys, I don't see any traps, but I think it's really weird that there's just rubies laying around. Like, why hasn't anyone taken those? Why is
Yeah,
everyone here dead?
if this is a known if this is a known place, I think we shouldn't touch something that obvious.
You
Yeah.
pillage after you take, later. You know it's
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah. All right. Well, we know there's a door up this way. Did we get a better idea what's to the south of us and then start checking through these doors?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
so as you make your way down to the south, you would notice uh, that this semicircle chamber here in front of you opens up into what looks to be some sort of shrine. As there are these shelves present. They're carved into the wall from floor to ceiling, and they hold these small, repulsive items. You see bloody baubles, shriveled fingers, and idols that are carved from bone. And in front of these shelves are two figures that are crouching.
Do they appear to have noticed us?
Not
One
currently.
appears to be a sword.
That's intentional. That's the icon from their stat block. But no,
Oh,
they seem to be engrossed in their prayers and have not noticed you.
Uh, Vass will send a message to first you and then Romulus, letting them know about the two praying figures right around the corner.
okay. Let's avoid that way. Um, so we want to try the middle door or the door up north.
Well, there's no dead people next to the middle door.
You know what? That's the most logical sounding thing I've heard all day. Let's do the middle door.
Not all looks.
All right, so I'm as you approach the middle door, what would you like to do? Would you like to
Check
investigate it?
this one for trap.
Yeah, go for it.
30-20.
Alright. There does not seem to be any traps, but again, these doors do seem to be uh, rusted shut.
I've got a very silly question.
Uh huh.
Could I try to use prestidigitation to clean the rust away?
I'll say it takes off like the layer that like would flake off, but it doesn't help in the fact of any sort of structural damage.
What if we both cast? Nah, I'm kidding.
Then it
Alright,
smells like lilies. I don't know. You get a nice pine
What
sol
if
scent.
I do I thought it was this spell that would allow me to open. Oh yeah. Could I do thaumaturgy to instantaneously cause an unlocked door or to fly open?
Unfortunately, this door is locked.
Oh, it is locked.
Well, I mean, it rusted shut and
Or is it
locked.
locked by rust?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mechanically, it's still locked if it's
Okay.
rusted shut.
Okay. Well, those were my
I'll
ideas.
allow you to utilize your thieves' tools to try and, jimmy this thing open. You
Is
know,
it gonna ruin my thieves' tools?
if you roll a natural one,
Oh god. Oh god. I'll try. This one isn't with disadvantage though, right?
correct. You can see these
Or
doors.
is it? Because it's not the intended purpose.
I'll say that because you can see this, you can roll straight.
Okay. On the back of the thieves' tools, it says, "Do not use under the following circumstances."
Yeah.
It's only a
do
13.
not use on rust doors.
Unfortunately, a 13's not going to be enough here to get the door open.
Can I do like the health action and like you like kind of use my short sword to sort of help prop, this into the seams of the door to try to help, get it loose, like with an athletics or something like that, or
I thought I had a crowbar, but it's not showing up in my inventory. I guess it must be another character.
Um, I think Mel has a crowbar.
Mel for sure has one. I thought this one had as well.
Uh, I would say that if Romulus, you want to try and give a little bit of physical aid here, go ahead, roll for me an athletics check. Okay. Um,
20.
and I will say with that, Vass, you can re-roll your sleight of hand here.
10.
You swear you felt that sort of spider web again. So this one doesn't seem to be working out too well for you as a door.
Is there a keyhole?
Uh, give me. Actually, no. You don't even need to. Yes, there is a keyhole. That's what Vassy's been working through.
Can I see to the other side of the keyhole?
Let me roll something here. Yeah, why not?
You see, um, strangely, your armored compatriot peep into the keyhole and disappear and reappear on the other side, but you don't know that.
So,
I cast Misty Step.
as Romulus, you cast Misty Step. This will give you a little bit more visuals.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, you activate the trap card. I was like, oh no.
I would be the person to do that. Let me
I feel
just.
like Lulth would be the type that would put a pressure plate trap on the other side of the door.
Like, immediately there.
Or, no, I was just like, oh, you cast a spell inside this place? Bet. It's like, no. Wait, what?
I mean, there are mechanics in effect here. No, you appear on the other side of the door, and what you would see here is a empty corridor. You see more iron doors, double set of doors, to the other side of you, to the east, and you would hear a faint voice mumbling profane phrases to the north of you. Um, but this door is still locked.
Do they sound hooked on a feeling?
Maybe.
Um, you said there's no locks on the side of the door?
So this door is, it still has like the keyhole lock. It doesn't seem to have like a twist lock. It seems that perhaps you need a set of keys to open this door.
Son of a biscuit. Alright.
D&D, the game of fuck around and find out.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have message, so I can't exactly tell. I'm not about to burn another spell slot to Misty Step back into the room.
I mean, you're
But
a
I will.
sorcerer. You can remake your spell slots.
Semantics. But you will hear a slight knock on the door to indicate that I am alive and nothing happened.
Vast will send you a message. It says I point toward a creature within
Yes.
range,
And
but I don't think I have to see them, right?
because you know the creature, you do not. Let me double check here though.
Okay. Wait.
Because I do believe that there are some
You
limitations.
I can
you
reply to
can
this message.
cast a spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it's beyond a barrier. And then it lists, like
Okay, it is not a whole foot of
things.
metal. So your message can get past the door.
Great. Ax will send a message in the direction of Romulus and be like, what do you see? You can reply to this message.
um, uh, I hear someone casting, either chanting or praying, and there is no lock on this door, and there's another door directly in front of this one.
Send a
But
message
there,
again and be like,
oh, what did you say?
I'll send message again and basically say, shit, I'll keep trying to get through this door, I guess.
Okay. I will try again to give leverage one more time.
Yeah. Roll me a athletics check on your side. Okay, I will keep
24.
that in mind and how it will affect Vass, your sleight of hand.
Okay. This time, can I, in addition to my thieves' tools, can I also use my lucky dagger to just try and help Jimmy the thing, just for
Sure.
flavor?
Yeah.
I just want to see if it works. Nope. I really hoped my lucky dagger would come through for me, but that's a 10.
Isn't. Uh, Okay. Um.
So, still struggling against this door.
Our mortal enemy.
Your mortal enemy. Uh, what do you do? You've got another two sets of doors you can try, though that might leave your companion a little on his
Naked.
own.
Yeah.
You could check
Hmm.
those. If you engage those other two, they might have keys to get you through somewhere. Who knows?
Could I try sneaking up behind the other two and trying to pick their pockets to see if I can snag some keys while they're deep in prayer and not paying attention?
Yeah. Go ahead, roll for me a stealth roll first to get close to them. Um,
17.
okay. They still seem to be engrossed in their prayers, unaware as you creep closer to them, Vass.
Okay.
And then I
Head
will
out.
say sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my god! I cannot
Oh
roll again today!
my God.
Uh, Out of the two that you would have, now that you're closer, you would have noticed one is a hobgoblin and another is a dwergar. Who would you trying to pick pockets from?
Does one of them look more in charge than the other one?
Oh yeah, the hobgoblin's in armor.
I will try the guy in charge because I don't know I'm gonna roll a 7.
Yeah. So, as you're attempting to try and pickpocket here, uh, we'll have to see how well this does or does not go after upcoming ad break. So please hang out with us. Things are about to get very exciting. But before we head out, I do ask that
I
you.
think we know how it went.
Things are about to get very exciting. But before we head out, I do ask that you just let the ads run. They do help us. They keep our games running. Another great way of supporting us, keeping our games affordable, is donations. We've got a Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen in our chat. Donations here unlock awesome perks for the entire community. We've got a full list on our Discord of what you can unlock. It lasts for the whole month long. But stick around, and we will see you guys here very soon. Alright, as we come back to our story, Vas, you had tried to pickpocket our bugbear, and as you try to reach into
Goblin?
yeah, hobgoblin, sorry. Mine's all over the place. But as you try and reach into her pocket, she does notice you. And as she quickly turns, her hand grabbing hold of your wrist with a growl. We're going to roll initiatives.
Well, there's a natural one. Checks out.
You might need to change your digital dice.
Yeet them.
I have character-specific digital dice.
They
I'm
deserve.
too superstitious.
They deserve dice jail. Alright, I need to get you a new link, and I need to roll initiative for my guys. Bam. Bam.
Wow. Well, my initiative is still consistent.
Alrighty. Oh, that is too fitting. That Vas gets a natural 1 and the pickpocketed gets a natural 20.
Ouch.
Alright, so
I'm gonna start rolling a new character, guys.
that's going to be Hugh first. Oh, wait, I can do this through. I was doing the old stuff. I can do it through the new stuff. Alright. Alright, and who are we getting that advantage to? Our combat will start, and at the top of the round is Hugh. Oh, Hugh, you are muted.
He was going to come in and help Vast. And Hunter's Mark Mel Cubby. And strike.
Alright.
So that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Alright, that hits.
For 10 piercing. A psychic. And 6 fire damage. Next attack with advantage. So I assume 30 hits.
Yep.
Or 10 and 9. Some disappointing base rolls and damage. That's the turn.
It is Malkubi, who has Vas by the wrist and while she sneers at Hugh for the attacks against her. The first thing that she's going to do is draw out her short sword and will attempt to stab Vass twice. The first one is going to miss. But the second one will hit with a gentleman's 20.
I will dodge that uncannily.
Okay, so that will be a total of 26 points of piercing damage, which you can have, and then I need a Constitution saving throw.
That's an 8.
Chat has redeemed an advantage for you if you would like to apply it here.
Oh, I would. Thank you. That's so funny!
Alright, so you succeed and will take half the poison damage here. So, instead of 31, you will take 15. And then it is Torkner's turn. And Torkner is going to what is he going to do? Can he do this? Yeah, he could do this in a way that would hit Hugh and Vass. So, if Hugh and Vass could please roll for me Constitution saving throws from the Cone of Cold that is being cast here.
15.
15 from Vass will succeed, however, a 6 from Hugh does not.
So Hugh's gonna elect to absorb element as a reaction.
Easily done. So that is 28 points of cold damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one, or when you absorb elements. And with that, Romulus, you hear the sound of combat and spells being cast.
I was gonna ask if I could hear that.
Yes, you can.
I'm assuming, is that echoing out throughout the entirety of the...
I wouldn't say that it's echoing out throughout the entirety, but certain areas would be able to hear it, and you are in that range.
I will grumble at the fact that I'm about to use another resource. I will bonus action Misty Step through the door again. What is that? As far as I can see, it says 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Well, about here.
Alright.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm assuming I can probably see the female.
Yes, you can see Mokubi.
Cool. Sorry, I was expecting not to do anything since I wasn't expecting to actually hear the commotion. I'll throw out Um, definitely not fifth level, but I would throw out a fourth level Scorching Ray. Choose an additional 2 rays. So 5 at the individual. So 25, 16,
That'll hit.
13,
We'll miss.
19,
Hits.
17,
That's another hit.
and 15. I believe that's 5.
Just hits. So yeah.
Alright, so 4 of them hit.
Mm-hmm.
Sixteen.
37. Right? No, 27.
27. Yeah, I was like, wait, I got an additional 10 from somewhere? Well, like,
No.
yeah,
My
27.
math wasn't mapping right. Alright. Malkuvi's looking pretty roughed up here. But still standing, at least for now. And anything else from Romulus? I do believe that's everything, yeah?
Yes, that was bonus movement. Yeah, that's everything.
Alright, Vass, it is your turn.
Okay, I would like to bonus action disengage
You can.
and then move 1, 2, 3 back here.
Okay.
And then I would like to shoot Malcolby with my reverberating shot.
Yeah, go for it.
19.
19 will hit.
That does, and I'll get sneak attack on here. So this will be 19 points of magical piercing and 4 points of thunder.
Alright, so Malkuvi is down.
Okay, and then with my second shot, I will shoot the remaining guy
Yeah.
with another reverberating shot. That's only a 14.
A 14 will hit. Hold on. Let me see if he's got a reaction. He will use his reaction to put up shield, however, causing that to miss.
Okay, and then I'll just duck behind the corner and end my turn.
Okay. Hugh, we come back to the top of the round with you.
Okay. So I'm gonna go on partner here. I guess I don't have Hunter's Mark on him.
You do not.
Okay. So first a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. That will do 11 piercing, 3 psychic, 5 fire, and 4 cold.
All right.
And the second attack is going to be a 28
That'll hit.
or 15 piercing and 6 fire.
And with that, Torkner goes down as well. Meaning, you're no longer bound by initiative.
I will try to keep an ear. I'll do a perception check to see if. Ugh, I'm not very good at it, but I'm gonna try anyway to see if I hear like footsteps or any people shouting out commands, just to check out the noise that just happened.
Yeah, roll for me a perception roll.
Yep. Nope. I hear a jack squat.
Yeah, no, nothing's coming to you.
Can I check these corpses for keys and or other useful items?
Yeah, for sure. You can check over the corpses here. Roll for me investigation, if you would please.
18.
With an 18, unfortunately, you do not find keys on this figure. Neither of them. You do find some poison on the uh, hobgoblin assassin. And that's really all that you're seeing, besides, of course, Loth paraphernalia.
Okay. Well, guys, I was hoping to find some keys. Open the door that Romulus was on the other side of. And it didn't go well, and I didn't find any keys. And
Okay.
Vass is going to do a second level cure wounds on himself
Yeah.
and gets 18 points back.
And he will.
Are you back? Are you back to full?
No,
Um, how much do you
I
need to
was
be back to
bloodied.
full? Oh,
19.
I can give you 10 from lay on hands.
And Hugh's gonna tireless himself 9 temporary hit points.
Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
the 10 HP.
Vast, do you pick up the poison?
Yeah, is it is it kind of like Baldur's Gate? Like, do you dip your weapon in it and get 10 rounds of extra damage or something?
I'll just, I don't know how long it would be, but yeah, you would apply it to your weapon. Or, well, certain ones you would apply to your weapon, so like injury-based ones you would want on a weapon. But there are some poisons that exist that work better as imbibed.
Okay.
I can add this little trinket to your character sheet.
Ooh.
Do some little DM magic, some shenanigans, one might say.
All right. Well, I'm burning all of my sorcery points. Um, to get 2 of my second level spell slots back.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. We can try the door further north. Um, or we can give it one more college try for the one in the middle.
All right, so um, it's now in your inventory, Vass. So you might need to refresh to see it. But
Ooh, I see it.
you can apply it to your weapons, either to, well, like, for an injury, you can apply it to a weapon's ammunition or trap components or other objects that might deal piercing or slashing. It remains potent until it is delivered through a wound or it is washed off of whatever you have applied it to.
Well, that's cool. That's quite a bit of poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. To Romulus's point, Vest's like, hang on, I got one more idea. And he just walks up and does like the typical movies, just kicks the door and tries to see if it opens.
Alright.
I guess we're not doing the stealth thing anymore.
I mean, if you heard them and there's other creatures in here, they might have heard as well. So, which door were you trying to open up fast?
I'm trying that middle one more time.
Alright, let's get another. Are you attempting thieves' tools again or some other way? Could try and break it down.
No, that's what she said
Oh.
she was doing. She
Sorry.
was, walking up and kicking it.
Just walking up and kicking it.
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm just trying to avoid sleight of hand for a sec. For a hot second. What would that be instead?
It'll be a athletics check.
Oh no, it was almost great and then it rolled over. It's an 11.
It is unfortunately not enough to kick down the door, but it does reverberate a little bit.
All right.
I'm done with this door.
Romulus, do you want to try and kick down the door?
No.
Romulus is also done with the door, it seems.
All right. Are we going north or further down south since there's no one next to the door?
Yeah, I mean, there's no corpses next to that door either, and no one has burst out of it yet during commotion, so.
Just check see if that one's locked.
Roll for me. Investigation check.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, anyone can do it.
5.
You don't notice any traps, but it does seem to be locked. Or at least melded shut from rust.
I guess I'll try my thieves' tool.
Sleight of hand. Maybe this one will work. Maybe it was just the middle one.
I'll try the. Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna.
17. As you are trying to get through this door, it's better than the middle door. You're still struggling here, but you think you're getting close to being able to undo it. Maybe just, a little more elbow grease, a little more oomph.
Can I try the athletics again to help wedge the door open a bit?
Yeah, I'd say so. I will keep
20.
your 20 in mind if Bass would like to re-roll the sleight of hand.
I will do that. 15.
Your doors are not your friend this day.
Well,
Fucking spider webs, guys.
you know what? We tried to do this the stealth way. Clearly, stealth is not working in our favor. I say fuck it. And pull out both swords, ready for whatever happens. I'm going to attempt again to just kick open this door.
Okay, yeah. Athletics check. Let's see it.
25.
25 is just what you needed to kick open this door. As you hit right along the seams, it sends the doors flying open. And as you do that, you would notice this enormous winged biped with a boar's head, with a ring of keys hanging from this creature's trident, turn towards the door just as you kick it open. And as it snarls, we are going to roll initiatives. And I will unveil that for you so you guys can see it.
I gotta up my dexterity or something. That's one ugly something.
Alrighty, so as he's revealed, let me get you guys added into our initiative.
Oh, I don't think I rolled initiative. I think I must have zoned out there.
Alright, Hugh, you get to act first here. What would you like to do?
Well, that guy looks big and obnoxious, and I want to hurt him.
Yeah, we'll have
So
him right
I
there.
am going to run over there, mark him, and attack.
Yeah, go for it.
It's a 17.
A 17 is unfortunately not quite enough. Just misses.
Okay. And I'm gonna take it that 13 definitely doesn't.
That will definitely miss, yes.
Okay. Rare useless round for me.
Vass, you're up next. The doors open. The beast, ugly.
Yeah, me very much not wanting to be anywhere near that individual. So I am going to shoot it with my short bow of melodies with a reverberating shot. But I don't think a 9 is gonna do it.
That is unfortunately a miss.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 unfortunately does not miss. Or does not hit, sorry. It misses.
Oh, you got my hopes up. I was like, oh yay! It
No.
doesn't.
I misspoke.
Okay, well that was a thoroughly useless turn, so I'm gonna go ahead and give a bardic inspiration to Romulus. And just as a quick reminder, there's some additional ways you can use that because I am a Valor Bard, so you can use it for extra damage or to boost your AC. In addition to the other normal ways you can use it.
Sweet. I'll keep that in mind whilst I try to murder this man.
And then I'll just duck around Dodova's line of sight.
Alrighty, then it is Malcock's turn, and the first thing that he's going to do is
Surrender.
utilize its Horror Nimbus. And then I do believe only Hugh would be in range of this. Yeah, so only Hugh would be in range of this. So if Hugh could make for me a Wisdom saving throw, and it is against the frightened condition.
Okay, I got 15... 8. So 15.
Alright, 15 is enough, so you are not frightened.
Okay. I use my reaction to try and attempt to frighten him.
Alright, and that is a Wisdom save, yeah?
Yep, DC 15.
Yeah, he gets a 16, so he is also not frightened.
Okay.
And then...
Staring off at each other.
Yeah, the two frightens and it doesn't work. But after he does the Nimbus, he is going to make his attacks here. He's going to try and stab you with the Trident, which is going to miss with a 12. He uses his other hand to try and strike you with his claws. And that is a natural 20. Alright. And the natural 20 will deal 32 points of slashing damage.
Okay, I just checked my con save and I guess successful.
Alrighty. And then it will try and bite you with its final attack. But that's a natural 1, so don't worry about it. As Romulus, it is now your turn.
Yay! I'm gonna wreck it. I get up in combat with it, and as I run up to it, I will be casting, as a bonus action, Divine Favor.
Okay.
Which needs to be like a radiant glow that hovers across my blades, and I am going to make two attacks. That's not it. $24 for the second attack,
That'll hit.
and then for my Nick attack with the Vicious Scimitar, a natural 20 for a total of 29.
Hell yeah.
That's plus an additional d6 of that. 10. 15 plus 2 more d6s for the vicious guy.
So that'll be
I think it's 24.
6, 12, 24, plus the 7, because this was a
Oh,
crit.
and
So that's 31, plus 8, 39, plus 5.
yeah, from Divine Favor.
Yeah, 39 plus 44.
Yeah, boy, I feel like you right now.
That is a hefty hit. And I believe that's it for Romulus, yeah?
Yep.
You, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see if I can be more successful this time. Strike with my skull. 20.
20 will hit.
Okay. So we got 14 piercing, 3 psychic, 1 force, and 8 fire.
You would notice that it is resistant to fire.
And attack again with advantage. That's gonna get 22
Yep.
or 15 piercing, 5 force, and 2 fire.
Alright.
Forgetting about my thing.
Alrighty. And Hugh's turn will come to an end, meaning that Vass, it is your go.
Alright, I was gonna try this again.
You got
Another
it.
bow shot. 30-20.
That'll hit.
Yay! Oh, and with the piercer feat, I can reroll my damage.
Yes.
So I'm gonna do that because I don't like that one. That's a little bit
Nice.
better, and then I'll do my sneak attack die. So that'll be 17 points of magical piercing and 4 points of thunder.
Beautiful.
And then my second one's a miss. And I'll zippity pip back around the corner.
Sounds great. It is then going to be Meltuk's turn, and Meltuk is going to use his action to teleport, and it appears here, and will step closer to this.
Is that a spell?
No.
Okay.
It is an innate ability of our demon. And Romulus, it's your turn.
Okay. Romulus is going to boom. Make this guy's day a lot worse. So advantage, right?
Yeah, I'd say you're in a flank here.
24 for the first attack.
Yep.
I'll take that 23. For
That'll
the
hit.
second. And then my next attack is a 25.
That is all 3 hits.
You did. That is, plus the additional force damage. Plus 11. Plus the extra damage from the vicious. And then
Do you still have that gradient
Divine
extra?
Faith.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wait, sorry. Wrong dice is being rolled.
For shame.
And an additional 7 radiant damage from that.
Alright.
Oh! I was also gonna cast use my bonus action to cast divine key.
Yeah, if you want to do it.
Yeah.
I'll let you. You get an extra one for it being a fiend.
I think that's why I was doing the D8.
Yeah.
Alright. And an additional 10 radiant damage from Divine Smite.
Alright, Maltalk's looking really, really bad here. As Aurelius, your turn will come to an end. And Hugh, your turn starts.
Okay, I will strike at him. And this was advantage that I hit him last time. So this is going to be awful.
That is unfortunately a
So
miss.
first one's a miss. Next one will be a hit though.
Yeah.
14 piercing, 1 psychic, 6 force, and 9 fire.
And that is Maltalk down.
Yeah.
You are no longer bound to initiative.
Search the body.
So, immediately you can get the Ring of Keys. That's easy. Anyone who wants to do a further check, is welcome to do so.
Can I roll like insight to be like, why was it targeting me though?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Like most of the time my shots were firing wide, even though the thing is the size of a barn. So why was he like targeting me? That's a 26.
With a 26, you can discern that it wasn't so much targeting you, but wanting to get away from your companions while also still taking out something, and so you were just there.
You seem like the weakest link, basically. We hit too
Beth
hard.
keeps that realization to himself.
Um, so, yeah, you've got this, Ring of Keys here now.
I got a 20 on investigation of the body.
Besides the keys, you have, the, what's it called? The trident that he has. It's just a regular trident, nothing special about it. And it also seems to have Lolth paraphernalia, you know, iconography and whatnot. But other than that, not really too much. Though you would notice, especially Hugh, who's by this door, that it is not a locked door. This door can be opened easily at the bottom, with anyone sort of investigating around it.
Yeah, might as well. Gotta check every room until we find this rod of something.
So as you open this room, you would notice that it is filled with jail cells, some of which are occupied. You see, stepping into this space, there are 4 jail cells. They're arrayed along the southern wall, and you see the first one holds a Cyclops, who is burly, sits upon the bench, shackled to the walls by her hands and legs. She looks defeated as she holds her head in her hands. The second has a corpse, a dead elf. The Third has a bugbear that's slumped against a bench, and the fourth holds a hunched, gray-skinned figure in robes. There is a um, there is a worn chest along the northwestern wall, and beside the chest is a giant-sized club.
What
Um,
was this in the room we're in? Did I miss that part?
I believe that's just a bench, but let me double check. Yeah, that's just a bench.
okay. I was like, I will greet the Cyclops and I was like, greeting captives. Um, any particular reason why you guys are incels?
As the Cyclops will look up, um, I was. Please, I don't deserve to be here. I'm just a guard. They. They attacked my caravan that I was bringing. It was out near the city of Chednasag, and I don't have the information that they want, she says quietly. They'll kill me. If you could get me out of here sooner rather than later, I'd be very much appreciated.
Inside door.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
We've got advantage. I forgot about that earlier with Vecna's link.
Oh yeah, insight checks. Oh, okay,
Yeah, on insight check.
good because I have a -1. 17, baby.
17. The Cyclops does not seem to be deceptive. She seems very afraid of the fact that she will be killed once they realize that she doesn't have the information they're looking for. She desperately wants to be out of here.
Hmm. Okay. I uh, I feel like the Cyclops is telling the truth. You guys mind if I free her?
You won't hurt us, right? We're cool.
So long as you aren't part of any sort of Loth worship, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Heavens no.
You,
Uh,
you could not dream to meet someone with a more severe dislike of spiders than this guy.
um, but yeah, I will use the keys and try each one until I find the one that unlocks the cell.
Yeah, you can find the one that unlocks not only her cell, but the chains that keep her locked to the wall, and she is very thankful. My name's Gertrude.
Romulus. Uh,
So as Gertrude will step out, she'll pick up the club that was leaning against the wall, as it does seem to be suitable to her size.
cool. Um, you know what that guy's deal is over there? Gal, girl. I don't know what the
Which
name.
one are you pointing to?
Well, the only other thing that looks like it's living inside this cell.
Fair. Um, as you point over to the furthest one, you would notice that the creature has this stringy black hair, and seems to be in cultist's robes. Um,
Mm.
and the Gertrude is. When did Gertrude get brought in? No idea. He was brought in about a week ago. Some sort of commotion. And the figure will move forward to the walls and, please, let me out. I can help you. I know the secrets around this space.
Inside.
Insight.
Yeah, roll insight checks.
Oh wow.
Fabulous.
Double
This
ones.
guy, he's upstanding. Grade A citizen example here.
Clearly.
With a 26. This figure also shows, no sign of deceit. The fact that he wants out, and he does know the operations of this space, but you would also tell that there are hidden motivators here. He does not seem to be... Because he's wearing cultist robes, you would notice that they are Lothsworn, and he doesn't seem to have removed any of the insignias there, suggesting that he might still be loyal to Loth.
What do you think?
He's not lying, but he's not sketchy either.
I mean, this is a team vote. I can't get a good read on him. He seems just as desperate as her. Um, so what do you guys think? I mean, naturally, I don't trust the fact that he's still wearing a thing, but it's not like he has options of changing out his clothes. So, but is there anything of interest else in this um
I
jail
mean,
room?
there's the chest and whatever's within it.
Oh, sweet. While the other two decide if they want to free him, I will check out the chest.
Okay. Well,
I was going to talk to him some more, but
we'll have time for conversations, for chest delving, and for decisions in our next session, as this one must come to an end here. So, thank you to our players for playing. I do hope you had fun with this one. I know it was a little exciting. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you guys in our next stream. Until then, head over to willtowitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord. You can jump in a game yourself or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. We do have some new things coming out here soon. Very soon. Exciting things. You don't want to miss them. We stream here on Twitch. We've got our VODs over on YouTube. But until the next time, I will see you guys laters.